Okay, this video is called Modern Social Vocabulary. There's a lot of words that have sort of, taken on new meanings over the last 50 years. In addition, something kind of big came out recently from Stanford University. They published this list. Apparently, they had all these so-called bogus experts coming up with words they think should not be part of the English language anymore. And it was completely ridiculous, okay? And it reminded me of George Orwell, newsspeak, where they're constantly trying to shrink the language rather than a normal language grows with time. So anyways, I've just listed here a bunch of different words that one often hears, but a lot of people don't really understand what they mean or their implications. So if you're curious about this sort of thing, you're welcome to read it. I would just share with you one thing about Darwinism. Darwin was the English biologist in the 1800s, wrote on the origin of species, and that was trying to understand the mechanism of genetic variety. And of course, there is something useful about it, okay, about understanding variety within a species. Even up to the family level, the concepts are quite useful. But I can tell you, I majored in evolutionary biology at Stanford. I studied it a lot. I've read a lot of books on it subsequent. It has nothing to do with the origin of life. Therefore, it's not even remotely. The origin of life is before life existed. That's prebiotic chemistry. That is geological chemistry, if you will. It has nothing to do with Darwinism. And in addition, Darwinism cannot explain the variety of species. Okay, it can only explain, you can breed a dog or a cow or any other animal for variety or specific traits within its species. But we don't know how to make new species. And simple Darwinism, it's typical mutations like scratching an audio CD with a paper clip, okay? That doesn't generate useful, positive genetic variety. And that would be impossible by that mechanism to generate all the great differences between widely divergent animal species, okay? And there was not unlimited time. So we don't need to get into all that right now, but I'm just trying to tell you this idea of Darwinism being a creation story for atheism, it's ridiculous. It has nothing to do with origin of life, creation story, okay? But it's used in a way that is bogus to imply that there's a scientific foundation for atheism, etc., and there isn't. And there's plenty of time to talk about this. I talked about that in my other lectures. I have a lecture called "The Cure for Atheism." But, anyways, if you're curious about this vocabulary, you're welcome to look at it, see what you think.